the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is AC's Conversations. AC's Conversations is about sports, music, TV, movies, and more.
Everything and more.
Everything is ready to go.
That include the latest news and rumors, along with interviews with the biggest names in sports and entertainment. This is AC's Conversations with your host, News 8 Sports Director.
The man is the real deal.
Let's go to work, fellas.
Anthony Calhoun.
We're so delighted to have our newest member of the Wish TV Sports A team. Talking about this guy right here, Kevin Bowen, as he gets ready for his 13th season covering the Horseshoes. You know all about this football team. We got a lot to get to, but first things first, man. This place was packed, and there's no doubt, despite what we saw last year, there's a lot of excitement about this year's team, though.
I mean, AC, I have not seen a day one crowd like this. I mean, talk about the injection of life that I think Anthony Richardson has given this fan base. Even Shane Steichen, you know, certainly what he did last year helping Philly to the Super Bowl. I have not seen a crowd like this on day one. Couple sold out days coming up this weekend. So clearly I think the fan base rejuvenated, got some energy coming into the season.
Okay, so before we dive in what took place here today, I want to ask you this. First things first, though, as we get ready for these next couple of weeks of training camp, what are you going to be keeping your eye on as you focus in on the Horseshoe?
Yeah, there's some contract issues. I mean, Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman, we don't often talk about contract issues with the Colts, but I think they're big, not because both of them in their own right are very good players. Obviously, Taylor an all-pro. But when you talk about Anthony Richardson and you talk about supporting him, you've got to make sure you don't take shortcuts there. You've got to support him. And I know on paper it might look like you're overpaying these guys and things like that, but you have got to make sure that skill position-wise, you don't skimp. You don't take any shortcuts there. Taylor and Pittman, how those contract situations play out as they head into their final year of their rookie deals, I'm fascinated to see that.
Okay, we'll be keeping our eye on that throughout the next couple of weeks, of course, leading into the season. But today, all eyes are on, surprise, surprise, the rookie quarterback and Anthony Richardson. I was here today at practice, and I tell you what, there were some moments where I saw Richardson where I'm like, okay, that's what they're talking about. And then, of course, we know he's still young. I mean, he didn't play 4 years at Florida. It's going to take some time. But what impressed you from what you saw from the quarterback today?
Yeah, you know, he took all the second-team reps, so I'm curious about that. I think that's a daily thing to watch. Gardner Minshew took all the starting reps. Richardson took all the second-team reps. But I thought today in a 7-on-7 period, when you got into the red zone, you saw his legs. And when's the last time the Colts have really had a threat at the quarterback position with his legs? And I know out here he's wearing a red jersey, but he provides that. Obviously, the arm is a big question, but you certainly see, I don't feel it's too big for him. You know, Chris Bauer said earlier this week he's even keel, so that's huge. But I'll be curious to watch how those reps get divvied up here moving forward.
Okay, so it's his first training camp here with the Colts. Also, the head coach, Shane Steichen, his first camp here with the Indianapolis Colts. And from what you saw from him, what do you believe his approach is going to be in his first year here with his camp?
Well, you brought up just an hour of practice. That's kind of on the short side from what we're used to. I think it's going to be a little shorter, more intense within those time frames of practice here. I think you'll really feel Shane Steichen in the fall. I think him, X and O standpoint, as a play caller, that's where you're really going to feel it.
Yeah.
But AC, think about last year. We heard that culture word a lot. There were some cracks in that. How is Shane Steichen going to influence this team? Because I think that's a major question mark exiting last season.
Okay, before we wrap things up, got to ask you about this. Your biggest surprise here today. Was there a big surprise?
I think there was. Easily the maniac, Shaquille Leonard. Okay. I was stunned by how much work he did on these practice fields. Behind us, he did individual period. He did 7-on-7. He did 11-on-11. It's a guy that hasn't been on a practice field since November. We spoke with him afterwards. He was game day nervous coming into today. Yeah. He really felt those nerves. This is a guy that loves the game of football. I don't see Andrew Luck sort of situation that I know a lot of people have brought up with Shaq. Long way to go, but for day one, for a guy that was out for the first month of camp last year, the first couple of weeks of camp the year before that, a very promising day one from Shaquille Leonard.
Okay, he's had a tough ride here, 2 back surgery, but here he is, ready to go. We're going to hear from Shaq coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. All right, my man, job well done.
I love
A1 here, the Colts Insider right here on Wish TV. He'll be with me every Monday during the season at 5 o'clock here on Wish TV. 13th season covering the Colts, and of course, you probably hear him on the radio every morning, the Kevin and Query Show on 1070 The Fan. You can check him out there as well.
Discover more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to follow and subscribe to the AC's Conversations podcast and others on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Connect now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.